Hello, this is Melissa Henriquez, and in this presentation, I will discuss my analysis of Space Modular Experiment AlUMINUM 5 by Lazos Mihaly-Nagy, which will be the basis of a concept and programming proposal that will lead to the schematic design of my exhibition hall. For this project, my first assignment was to select a painting and analyze it from all angles. After my interpretations were complete, I created diagrams to display what I thought the painting was portraying. The second step was to choose a concept part T, a dominant idea that will become the strategy for the design of my gallery. Next was the analysis of the building site in which my gallery hall would be located at, and identify how the surrounding area and building itself would enhance my design of the gallery hall. Following this would be my concept proposal for all my final translations of the painting and part T for the design of my gallery hall. Next will be the program proposal in which the overall spaces assigned to my gallery will be analyzed and located. The last step in this project will be my schematic design for my gallery hall based on my historic research, analysis, interpretations, and studies of the surrounding area. Here is an overview of some key elements of Space Modular AlUMINUM 5. The medium used for this painting was oil on wood. Its size approximately 35 by 28 inches, and most importantly, it was created during the Constructism movement. The Space Modular AlUMINUM 5 was part of a Russian Constructism movement, which was a political and artistic movement influenced by the 19th century Industrial Revolution. One of its main principles was the belief that art should use industrial machinery to serve the construction of a new socialist world. This movement's main characteristics was the use of primary colors, geometric elements, and photomontage. Examples of other pieces under this Constructism movement are Radio Tower 1928 and Lago Maggiore 1930. In these photomontages, Mihaly believed in a new vision of photography that the technique used could capture the outside world in a way that the human eye could not. Mihaly defined a space modular as a structure that is made to develop the sense of space and explore the effective relationships which must be within the quality range of any architecture. While maintaining their individual importance, the elements of color, light, object, and media work together to invoke in the viewer both an intellectual and emotional response. These are seen in Emery Paper Collage 1930 and Construction AL6 1933. My first impression of Space Modular Experiment AlUMINUM 5 was the vastness I felt while looking at it. I feel like I almost immediately was drawn to choose this painting in class because of that initial feeling. My second response that followed was to try and figure out the order of layers happening in the painting, and that curiosity drew me even closer. In order to break down these layers I saw in the painting, I created a series of diagrams of the initial characteristics that caught my eye. In this first diagram, I broke down the very basic forms, which seemed to be an array of scattered circles surrounding a bigger circle, both inside and outside of it, which gave me a central feeling of moving into the painting. The next diagram was of the background alone. This depicted to me a different type of movement, a type of jetting in different directions in space. I also noticed it gave me a feeling of expansion and contraction through the directionality of the lines. In diagram 3, I brought out all the color I saw in the painting. The first grouping of circles I noticed were the beige, gray, and black ones, grouped towards the right. They seem to all be related in a way that they all are different phases of the same object, except under different shades of light. The second grouping of circles is the light beige and red ones. This also seems to have a relationship in that they are both faded into the background and seem to be a distant reflection of a red source of light. The last two circles I see is the upper white one and the highly detailed dark navy circle on the edge of the outer beige ring. These colors are different from the other colors and seem to stand out the most as being the closest to the foreground. However, the navy dark blue circle with red and yellow dots seem to interact with all the other surrounding circles, making it a focal point for this painting. Diagram 4 was meant to focus specifically on the central point of the painting that was surrounded by a black thick circle. In this close-up alone, without the distraction of other elements, I see a whole new interaction of circles and lines in the painting. Perhaps this was meant to amplify a piece of the entire painting to reflect its main idea. I see a collision of objects and reflective light occurring. The red stands out and causes me to believe it is of significant importance. The last diagram I made was a combination of circles and lines which clearly shows that their positions play off each other in the painting. The lines seem to jet in the direction of the circle in front or behind it, causing what initially looks like chaos, but maybe is the illusion it is meant to give, and all the elements are really perfectly in sync, moving past each other with accuracy we cannot see.